Let's face it, quarterback is the marquee position in football, and especially in the NFL. With the draft coming up, I thought I'd take a look at some of the top quarterbacks coming out of the Pac-12, and I'm starting with Justin Herbert. That's coming up right now. Ready? Hit it. Welcome to Elite Athletes TV. This is the Film Room, and I'm Mike Pawlawski, former 11-year pro, played in the NFL, Canadian League, Arena League, and the XFL. I've been analyzing college football since 1997, so I've been around the game a lot. I've had the great pleasure of working in the Pac-10 and now the Pac-12 and seen a lot of great quarterbacks come out, from Troy Aikman and Rodney while I was playing, all the way up to this year's class with Justin Herbert. And so I'm going to break down some of the Pac-12 quarterbacks, what they do well, what they don't do well, what they need to improve on. Remember, all these teams in the NFL are looking for that marquee quarterback, and those first 5 or 6 picks, up to 10 picks, are slotted for that marquee guy. And so this year, Justin Herbert's going to be that guy from the Pac-12. Let's take a look at him on film, and I'll tell you my thoughts as a quarterback, analyzing a quarterback. Look, 7 in the box. Total. Guys are pressed up on the inside. You may get a bail out of this guy. And so Herbert does a nice job with footwork here. He's going to go play action to his left. When he does that, watch him flip his hips, get his feet back around, set to throw. Remember that Herbert is 6'6", and so guys that are that tall don't tend to look light on their feet. They tend to look a little bit gawky, a little bit awkward. But Herbert looks incredibly athletic. He looks very light on his feet. And watch as he makes this flip here. We'll do it in slow motion. Play action, boom, gets his feet back in place, little hitch back, and he's ready to throw, standing tall in the pocket. It's really nice in terms of athletic ability and footwork. Now, I'll show you from the end zone. I'd like to see him let this one go a beat earlier, because he holds it for a third hitch, trying to decide whether he's going to throw this ball to the outside or not. But you'll see, again, with his feet are very nice. Opens left, and then quick flip, looking back. Now he's looking down center field right here. As we saw in that last video, there's a safety in center field. So I'd love to see him maybe come off that middle read a little quicker, and then this couple hitches out there to the flat. Maybe he's waiting for the guy to come open, not comfortable with it, but he ends up letting it rip and completing it. There's plenty of space there, and this is just being nitpicky. You'd love to see him get rid of it maybe one hitch earlier, but he has protection, and I'm not seeing it from the pocket. Ends up getting a little wide towards the end there, but that's what you tend to do as you hitch more and more into something. You tend to get wide as you wait on it. But watch the release. Very nice release. Ball starts at the chest plate and stays at that chest plate level, so it never gets below that chest plate. Quick release, strong arm, throws it and moves the sticks. Now, let's take a look at his decision making. I like this because it shows that he has a quick read, the ability to get the ball off, be efficient with the football. You see him getting the ball out to the flat. I'll run it through the play for you here one time real quick. This is what's called a smash concept, and if you haven't seen the smash concept, I will put a card up above. I have a video on the smash concept if you want to learn it. But what you have is your inside receiver running that corner route, and then these guys are both going to run double ins. As a quarterback, your read is going to be on this flat defender, as it were. This is really a flat defender, but on this outside defender. And if he gets depth, then your throw is one down here. If he comes up and jumps this, then your throw is to this corner over the top. Now, the trick is you want to be efficient and get the ball to your athletes as quickly as possible so that they can do something with it. What I like about Herbert here is he gets the ball to his athlete and allows him to do something with it. Boom, hits 5, single hitch, throws it out there. We know he's got a strong arm, but getting it to him in time allows that receiver more space to make a move and gain those extra yards. Again, the footwork really nice. Heels don't come together at the end. Keeps a nice wide base. Stays tall and athletic as he throws. And I'll show you another thing here with his feet is I love the fact that as a thrower, when he's getting ready to let it rip, he has that back foot firmly planted. He's not up on his toes. When you get up on your toes, it's hard to stay consistent because of that flex in the foot and flex in the calf. As a thrower, to fully engage your glute, your rear leg, to get that full ground force, you need to have that flat foot in back. You want to see the cleat entirely pressed to the turf and entirely dug in. And that way you can get the most traction to be able to throw that ball with maximum force. He does that. Nice job with that back foot. Doesn't get up on his toes until late in the throw and drills an absolute strike, catchable ball that his receiver can do something with. On this play, you're going to get a scissors concept, and I'll put a card up above. I actually broke down this play for a long breakdown, but you're going to see tight end on the corner with this receiver clearing on the post. And so Cal's playing man. You can see they're locked up in man across here. And Herbert has to wait on this throw because he's got that man coverage. The mismatch is outside linebacker right here on a tight end right here. He finds a mismatch on his throw and makes a fantastic throw. Now, again, they're running play action. He does a nice job with the play action and then getting his head back around. So we'll go back to the beginning here. Watch the footwork first. We'll start there. Does an excellent job of giving that play action fake and getting low. You see, extends the ball and then gets low. When he does that, linebackers now are looking run first. That's that run influence. So a great job with the run influence, but then immediately snaps his head around. So now he is looking to find this safety, because if the safety jumps, if the safety gets out of the middle, he's got a post coming right at him over the top. And so he's trying to find that safety right now. So good job of getting into that play action, getting out of it, getting his head turned around. Again, his feet look really light. And then as he hits his drop here, watch him come straight up on position rather than hitching up into the pocket. He does a nice job of giving himself space from the rush coming at him by not hitching forward. So excellent job staying in position, staying active, keeping his feet moving without closing down the rush on himself. So now he's waiting for these, and the scissors can take a long time. He's waiting for these two routes to clear, that post, and then this is going to come off the back end of it. He knows that he can't throw the post because he's got the safety in the middle. So now he's going to throw that corner. And as soon as they clear, actually before they clear, he's getting rid of the ball right here. They haven't even cleared. They haven't even meshed yet. But he's throwing that football. And he throws an absolute strike out there. That is great arm strength. That is great accuracy. We'll run this back to the beginning. I'll let you watch it live. But I love the arm strength here. I love the accuracy. And some coaches would think, well, why didn't he let it go sooner? He really had to wait until those guys cleared. And so having the arm strength to be able to put that ball on his receiver that far downfield with a line shot, that's a nice gift to have, is that NFL arm strength. Watch him again here. Just drills this ball in. That's a fantastic throw. Now watch the play action from this angle. You can see he does a nice job getting his shoulders down. So he gives that full play action mesh look. Linebackers and safety lose him. But then he comes back out. He finds a safety. He knew it was man before he turned his back and threw an absolute strike. That is an NFL play all day long right there. I love this play because of the way Herbert works the progression here. He's got a simple out up top. He's got a bender in here and a sit down on the outside with a cross coming underneath. And so he eliminates this top side right now because he's got a flat defender and something sitting over the top. This looks like it's a roll or hard corner in here, the way that he's playing. And so Herbert eliminates that top side and works back down to the bottom. He could potentially make this throw, but I want you to watch the way that the corner ends up in position. Because this corner has that back foot planted, shoulders turned, vision into the quarterback, that talks him out of throwing it. I totally understand that as a quarterback. That's not a comfortable look. His receiver is just sitting down, hasn't even come back out of his break yet. And so Herbert comes off that right away. Now he's coming to this tight end underneath. So it's a nice job of working through his progression. Doesn't like this. He sees it. It's cut off. He's got a man inside. Doesn't like this. 2. So 1, 2. Now he's coming down to 3. The efficient pass, the easy completion, is often the one you want to take. In this case, he's got the easy completion to his tight end, but the tight end drops it. So nothing he can do about the drop. Maybe give him a little better ball. But that's pretty good. I mean, that's just in front of his chest. That's a pretty good ball. So there's a couple things I like about this play, and there's a couple things that I don't like. Let's talk about the things that I don't like first here. So you can see the route. Easy sit down on the outside, just a hitch route. Receiver running down, sitting down. And Herbert could have pulled the trigger on this one. He could have thrown it on timing. He decided not to. You see right here, he's double clutching. He pulled it. He thinks he wants to pull it, and he's not throwing that football. So, okay, he doesn't throw that one for whatever reason. Now he's feeling pressure from this guy getting upfield. I would love to see him at this point as a passer take a step up and deliver the ball right here. So 1, 2. I would like to see him dump it down to number 2. Now, he has a ton of green grass out here, and he is very athletic. He's ran a 4.69 at combine, so very athletic for a quarterback. So he just takes off and runs, and I'd love to see him work that progression, get it to his back, let the back do something with it. Obviously, that running back is a more gifted runner. That's why he's playing the position. But he does it, and he tucks his ball. He takes it upfield. I love this. He's not scared. He knows where that first down marker is, and he's going to go get it. So this is that first down marker. He's trying to move the chains for his team. He's going to go get that first down marker, get a new set of downs. I love that about him. He's a competitor. He refuses to lose, and he believes that he can get it done. Have to have that as a quarterback to play at the next level. So I would like to see him drop it off, but a great job getting the sticks. And remember, Herbert's been injured. He had a broken collarbone a couple years ago. He's had a couple injuries during his career. So great job moving the sticks for his team. So now Oregon's got third down and short. So what do they go with? They're going to go with the all stop. So stops. So now Oregon's got third down and short. You can see third down right there. So what are they going to go with? They're going to go with the all stop on the inside. They're going to use motion across because Cal's playing that man coverage. And what that does is it gets the DB to play high as he comes across and play higher in motion. And so as a result, when you run that all stop, you should have a little bit of space to stick that ball in there. Now, Cal has really good DBs. All four of these guys are going to be in an NFL camp at some point. I think a couple guys will probably make it, but all four of them will end up in NFL camps, barring injuries, because they're all good football players. So watch, as you come across in motion, you get that man look. You see the DB getting depth, trying to not be on the same level with this DB right here so they don't get picked off. So he's going to get that matchup that he wants in terms of DB playing off, run that sit down. Now, here's the trick. I told you these guys are all very good at Cal, and so they gamble. They play it tough, and they make you beat them. This inside DB doing a nice job sitting down on it. This guy actually reacts really well to this stop route. And so Herbert beats good coverage by throwing an accurate ball on time. He's going to hit his fifth step, and when he does, he's going to take a quick hitch, and he's going to deliver this football. And bang, on the outside. That DB literally sat on that route. Something tipped it off where he saw, this is what these guys are looking for here. As this receiver's running, watch him start to get his weight back, right? He gets high, but his weight's back. This DB sees it. He knows he's got help across in the middle. And so he sees it. He sits down on this right now. He's ready to jump this route. And he is on top of it. Look at where Herbert's at in his motion. He's already released this ball. He's already let this thing fly. So Herbert, before the receiver even gets out of his break, is letting this ball go. This receiver is just getting into his break. He's about to stick that right foot in the ground and then come back out. And Herbert's letting this ball go. Right there, it's already in the air. And you can see down to the outside. That is a great ball. Throwing him down and away is called throwing him open. This guy was covered. Herbert threw an accurate ball to the outside and threw his receiver open in this case. So that's a great ball. It shows pinpoint accuracy. He can throw on time. He has faith in his receiver. In the NFL, you get a lot tighter coverage. You have to have the arm strength like this, and you have to be able to throw guys open based on coverage. That's a great throw. We'll watch a quick piece on the footwork here on the back end. You're just going to see that quick three, stick the foot in the ground, and let her rip. 1, 2, 3, boom, and let it fly. It's routine, it's basic stuff, but that kind of accuracy with that kind of arm strength makes for a very efficient quarterback. So now you're going to see Oregon running a dagger wheel concept up top, or a deep over wheel. So you're going to get motion down here. They're going to run a wheel down here. So this receiver up the outside, this receiver up the hash, and then up top, you're going to get that same wheel on the outside. Oregon obviously loves that vertical passing game with a deep over out of that receiver. And so this is a long vertical read for a quarterback. You have to hold the ball to get a clean read out of it. But what I love about this is it shows off that arm strength for Herbert. Now, could he have thrown this seam here? He could have potentially stuck that ball in there. Linebacker is a little deep, maybe in the way. Safety's just starting to get over the top. And so maybe that talked him out of it. But he didn't like it. Instead, he throws a P down the sideline. They're throwing this ball from the 19 He's completing it at the 50. So 31-yard shot on a line to the sideline and hits the perfect throw behind. This is NFL arm strength all day long. This is what has NFL guys absolutely salivating over him, is that he can be that accurate with that kind of ball on the sideline. Watch his footwork here. He's going to key the safety. So read him, sees it right away. He decides he's going to pick that wheel route to the outside. And it looked to me from that angle, like as soon as he saw that safety sit in the middle, he decided he was going outside with that football. So he stared it down a little bit, but had the throw, made the throw. That is a big-time arm and big-time accuracy. And so that's a look at Herbert. You can see why NFL scouts are in love with him. He has great physical tools. He can run. He has a big arm. He moves very lightly for a 6'6" guy. That 6'6" is going to allow him to see over the line, so good vision. I'd like to see him get through the downfield vertical progressions a little bit faster. I'd like to see him be a little more decisive on those, but that will come for him, I think. He is one hell of an athlete at the quarterback position. Clearly the marquee guy coming out of the Pac-12 this year. He's going to be a top 10 pick, no question about it. And so he's a guy that I think can have real success in the NFL. Now, that said, there's a certain standard of tools that you have to be a quarterback. Maybe arguably the two greatest quarterbacks of all time don't have the greatest tools. Tom Brady, they talked about how slow he was coming out. I think he ran like a 5'6", but he was really efficient as a passer. Joe Montana was a good athlete, but he wasn't really tall. And so they had holdbacks as quarterbacks, but they became two of the greatest of all time. So you can't tell everything from the measurables that a quarterback has. But Justin Herbert has all the measurables for a guy coming out at that position. Great release, great foot speed, great accuracy, big arm. So he has all the tools. Now it's going to be about being on the right team. I always tell quarterbacks when they're coming out, and I told Jared Goff this when he came out of Cal, I think they're first-round picks. I think they're high first-round picks. But for all quarterbacks, I hope they go late first round because, yeah, the money's not as big early, but it's going to be big later, and you get a chance to grow up a little bit at the position. I told Aaron Rodgers that when he came out. And, I mean, arguably, again, you can put him in the list of greatest quarterbacks of all time too. So getting to learn the position is really essential for quarterbacks. And if you come out and you're that top guy early on, it's really hard because you are in the fire right away. So for Justin Herbert, I hope he gets the right spot. He's a hell of a quarterback. I've enjoyed watching him play in the Pac-12. I'm going to break down more guys here. All the Pac-12 guys coming out this year, from Luton to Gordon to all the guys that you're going to see. They'll probably get drafted. And so we'll talk about their play in the Pac-12. And then coming up, we'll start analyzing Pac-12 teams for next season. So please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Make sure you get notified when it comes up. Give us a thumbs up. And any comments that you have, any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'd love to answer them for you. Maybe I'll make a video if you ask a good question. So it's been great talking about quarterbacks. I love talking Pac-12. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for joining me in the film room.